Today I'm going to show you guys a nice little diamond bait that we discovered that works well down in the Eastern Cape. Fishing for diamond rays is actually quite simple. Normally it's just a straight mackerel head or a bonnie head or something like that. But down the Eastern Cape they often get a bit finicky, and we went down there recently, had a nice little trip, caught a few diamonds, and then we discovered this one bait that really worked well for us, and we ended up catching lots of diamond on this bait. Basically what the difference is, we're adding a little bit of flavor to the bait. The fish in the Eastern Cape seem to enjoy the flavor. They're not too worried about what the bait looks like, but it's all about the smell of the bait. So we're adding a bit more meaty flavor to the bait, and we're also adding a piece of chocker. Now it sounds a bit strange to add chocker to a diamond bait because it's not something we'd often do in Natal and Zululand when targeting diamond rays, but down the Eastern Cape it's part of the food chain down there. That's where the chocker comes from. So all the fish down there eat chocker, and we found by adding this piece of chocker to our diamond bait, our strike rate just went up a lot. Alright, as I said, it's a very simple bait. I'm going to show you guys how to do it. You basically need one mackerel and a piece of chocker. When it comes to targeting diamond rays, you always want to go with a nice big bait. Those 40 kilo plus fish have got big mouths, big wide mouths, so they can really eat a chunky bait. Obviously it all depends how far you're on the cast. If you really need to put a long shot, you go a little bit smaller, but I just like to have a nice little bulky bait with a lot of smell and also be able to throw it far enough to get into the zone. Alright, so you measure the length of your dingle, so your bait's not too big, mark it, and then I'll cut the head off straight. That one side, and I'll just trim my bait down a little bit. That's all just for aerodynamics. Alright, so as you see, I just trimmed the edges off that bait, and that's all for aerodynamics. When you're casting the bait, the sinker is going to sit here and it's going to fly in that direction, so there's no wind resistance on this side of the bait. And you also open up the bait, the belly section a bit, so there's some smell coming out the bait there. Alright, so we've got our head. Grab my bait needle and push it through the mackerel head from behind, through the mouth. And there we got a little dingle that's going to clip onto the sinker at the end. Pull it through and unclip it. So our dingle's sitting in the bait. We're not too close to the bait, so our sinker can unclip easily. And the next step is obviously take your circle hook and put it through the bottom lip, through the little eye of the dingle, and through the top lip of your bait. Okay, so we grab our hook, through the bottom lip, through the dingle, back through the top lip of your mackerel. There we go. Alright, so that's the first step of the bait done. Put that down, and we grab that remaining section of the mackerel. And what I want to do, as I said, the Eastern Cape, the fish love a smelly bait. It's not all about looks. So where's the most smell? It's in this belly section of the mackerel. We're going to cut that out and put that onto our bait inside out to get all those flavors coming out of the belly. Alright, so we cut that belly section out. Nice and smelly. And then I also like to cut another little section, and that's got a bit of spine in it. And there's also a lot of blood and smell in the spine, and you cut that out. Take our belly, open it up like I said. So we've got that little belly section here, cut open all the flavor there, and then a little piece next to it with a piece of spine in it where there's a lot of blood in the spine as well. Okay, so from now on we're just going to put the bait together. We take our little belly section with all that nice flavor, put that on the side of your head, try and keep all the guts in there, and then cotton that on. Right, so we've got that belly section on the one side, and then on the other side, we take a little bit of spine and meat. That's basically just to get your bait nice and even and get the weight distribution nice. Alright, so that's our meaty side of the bait done. Now the last step, we've got our piece of chocker, and you just want to cut the nice piece of chocker off. And just cut the piece of chocker, big enough to cover the top section of the bait. Then as usual, grab our little chocker hammer and you want to smack it so those flavors come out of the chocker. Right, all the flavors coming out, and all you want to do with this now, just add it onto our bait, and I'm just going to put it on top of the head like that and cotton that on. Right, and there's the bait. Very simple, but nice and smelly. You've got the whole belly section open here of the fish where we trimmed it, belly on that side, a bit of spine on the other side, and then that nice piece of chocker on top of the bait there. And as I said, in the Eastern Cape, chocker is part of the food chain there, so that's really going to attract your diamond. And as I said, this really worked well for us, and definitely a bait I'll use down in the Eastern Cape again when I target diamonds. Right, we're still fishing with the light stuff here, and I've looked into a decent sized fish. I presume it's either decent diamond or maybe something else. Fishing 30-pound braid whiplash, so with my light setup, so I can't force this fish, and I'm just leaving him a bit to tie out. A lot of lines in the water, a lot of anglers, so taking my time with this fish, try and land him. Diamond is one of those big ones. Don't often get those big ones in the Eastern Cape, but for some reason they've been around this week, and I really wanted to catch one on the Anaconda L just to feel the backbone, and I'm very, very impressed. tackle, awesome. And the inline doing the job again. Alright, so put this big boy back.